Alright. Time for the second, probably not second, level 5 of Arcade Spirits. Dang, how many freaking. Wait, I want to see what the other prizes were. Arcade Test Sketch. Oh, interesting. It's weird because they never showed like the arcade from an outside angle. Huh. The layout looks a bit different though. Cosplay sketches. Eye holes. Frog ferret. Oh god, arcade logo. Tights with knee pads. Flippers. Oh no. You know what? It's a good thing they didn't go with the frog. Fist of Discomfort. Similar to MOBAs, the goal is to fight your way through the ninja creeps and attack the wise sensei at your enemy's dojo. You can only switch between the two lanes at specific places and otherwise fight on a 2D plane with a mix of cooldown based special abilities. Items bought with gold beaten out of ninjas and various fighting game style techniques. A fusion of the most popular long-standing esports genre and my favorite arcade genre, the side-scrolling brawlers, seem like a sweet combo. Huh. Interesting. Is there only 8? Oh. No, there's a lot. I assume that all of these are levels. Okay, so we have a good amount of levels. Wyvern of Keep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is like a Legend of Zelda reference anyways. Okay, but we're gonna continue off where we left off. On to level 5. Level 5. Under the Boardwalk. Ooh. New scenery then? How come it's always we start over here though from this? Like from our apartment? Hmm. It is the future year of 20XX. And romance is in the air. Oh boy. Or at least romance will be in the air if Iris has anything to say about it. Also, I'm not actually in that glorious 20XX neon metropolis today. I'm about 134.7 miles south of it. Oh, that's much better. Just smell the sea salt, the saltwater taffy, the baking hot sands. It's just like I remember. You've never been to Flotsam Beach before, Juniper? Well, it's just like I remember you remembering it was then.
Definitely.
This is definitely one of my better ideas. Top 10. Maybe even top 5 ideas. What a fantastic way to celebrate your success at the Funplex. As a reward for your hard work, we return to the beach where you first played River Keep, where your family spent their summer vacations. Oh, how sentimental, my heart. I can't. I feel the need to say something pithy and dismissive in the face of her unrelenting cheer, but to be honest, I'm definitely smiling. This place holds so many dear memories for me before my parents lost their jobs and we began the downward spiral of bad family luck. We love coming to Flotsam Beach. And coming back here for sure is a treat. This place is great. Sand and sea and that boardwalk. All those little shops and the best fried food the East Coast can provide, and arcades aplenty, and seashells, and airbrushed t-shirts, and plastic sunglasses, and I want to see it all. I want to do it all. I think you're more excited about this than I am, Juniper. You're excited too. Don't deny it, Nomura. Okay, I'm gonna go get changed into my swimsuit before the others get here. Be right back. Oh no, it's the beach episode. Are we gonna see everyone in the bathing suit? The others, right. That was the second part of Juniper's plan, see? That this wasn't just a treat for me, but for everybody associated with the Funplex. We'd have to drive down here in groups to pay for our own hotel rooms to keep the costs down, but soon enough, a Saturday outing for all staffs and VIPs had become a reality. It was real sweet of her to include everyone in on this trip. We worked hard to make the Funapalooza a success. I certainly couldn't have done it without the help of my friends. Within the next hour, there'd be 9 of us bouncing around in swimsuits, making sandcastles, and buying cheap souvenirs and playing seaside arcade games. And hopefully not accidentally drowning in the riptides, as my inner lifeguard felt need to warn. One day of fun in the sun for everyone. And for this evening... Beep beep, Nomura. Well, Iris had other plans for me.
Well, have you decided yet? Have you?
Oh my gosh, decide what, woman?
Out, you know.
With a sigh, I pull out my phone, summoning my digital djinn. And why is time running out exactly?
And calculated a 99.97% chance of romantic success if you take your special someone on a moonlit seaside stroll.
Oh boy.
Perfect confluence of all projected event vectors that will lead you to love and happiness. Romance is in the air. Can't you feel it?
No, I cannot, ma'am. Right now, all I feel is slightly overheated. I need to go change.
Yes, good. Put on your sexy swimwear. It'll improve my projections.
Oh no. She's been going on and on about this ever since finding out about the beach trip. Iris, why the sudden obsession with finding me a special someone anyway? I've turned my life around, I found a job, I found a dream even, to make something of the Funplex, to let it grow and shine. You've done well helping me with that. This is the happiest I've been in years, honestly.
Thank you.
Gosh, thanks, Nomura. So I messed it up by trying to date one of my coworkers, or one of our regulars. Remember the day I joined the Funplex? I told you I wanted to stay focused and play it cool. Avoid even thinking of my coworkers that way. It feels like a recipe for disaster. Disaster or delight? Nomura, you spent weeks getting to know these people. You've even taken a few of them out to lunch. Maybe you didn't think of it as a date, but maybe they felt differently? Exactly. Well, the only person we've been going to have lunch with is just Ashley, though. What if I just make things awkward for everyone? What if I can't decide who to approach? What if I'm not ready to start dating again? Yeah, I feel like with how everything is, like, we just don't want to push the limits. So, what if I'm just not ready to start dating again? My last date was during the shoe shop days. I'm kinda rusty. That long ago, huh? How'd that one end? Can't you just search my social media history and find out? I could, but I'm trying to respect your privacy more. Plus, hearing it in your own words will help my emotional analysis. Oh, okay. Well, it ended not great. I lost my job. I guess I was pretty mopey and in a bad place emotionally. There were some fights. I'm not sure I'm ready to land in that kind of situation again. But you aren't in that situation, are you? You said it yourself. You've turned your life around. You found a job, a dream, and friends to share it with. I think you're in a healthier place right now. You've got a lot to offer. More than, shattered hopes and despair. She's got a point. I'm on top of the world right now. I feel good about myself and my position in the universe. And it's not like I'm a romance averse. I've had various relationships in the past, and considering, I would say they were mostly normal. Still, I'd be careful. Emotionally healthy or not, I like to avoid adding a broken heart to my current achievement
My
unlocks.
sources say yes.
Trust me, Nomura, this is your moment. But you don't have to decide right now. In fact, you shouldn't. Take the day with all your friends to really think about it. After dinner, I'll have finished my number crunching and we'll have your final relationship scores. That'll help guide your decision. Let's take a look. Behold, weeks of emotional data, fully analyzed. I bet you make an excellent player too for Queen Bee. She'd be happy to beat you up too, in Fists of Discomfort. Unless you're both into that, I mean. Oh no. So that's it? It's decided?
No. The points are just a guide. And it's not like I'm gonna force you to woo someone just because they're your top match. I still need to calculate how well your personality matches what they're looking for. That'll net you bonus points. Consider it food for thought, you know? And you've still got the rest of today to see who you're a good fit for. Maybe cram in some more time with them. Anyway, keep an open mind, yeah? By the way, according to GPS, your potential romances will be here in less than 2 minutes. Have fun!
Jeez, thanks, Iris. I hastily jam my phone back in my pocket before anyone can hear that. Dang it, Iris. I could have just chillaxed by the sea. Maybe found that old arcade where I once played Wyvern Keep and had a pleasant time. But now I need to be sizing up romantic partners. Although, maybe there is someone I've been getting close to. Someone I think I wouldn't mind being closer to, in fact. And it has been a long time since I felt like I could even try having someone to share my life with. Maybe it's time to look for love again. But for now, I decided to focus on the day ahead. Fun in the sun. Good, clean fun in the sun. Very innocent and chaste fun in the sun. Sure, I can do that, right? Oh my god, is he wearing a Speedo? Whoa, bro. Hello, Flotsam. Your queen has arrived. Oh boy. I wasn't expecting this. But I can't say I hate it. But Teo needs to put some more bottoms on. Morning, Nomura. Is this a private game of beach blanket bingo? Or can we join? Innocent. We are no longer innocent. Chaste. Fun in the sun. Where can I set up my parasol? And how's the surf? Teo was thinking of doing some surfing. I rarely get a chance to surf these days. Looking forward to breaking out my old board and hitting the waves. I was going to play the Beach Boys all the way down here from the city to help get in the mood, but Queen Bee vetoed it. Hey, if you want a free ride in my beloved B-mobile with your board strapped to my foot, Oh, to her roof? You listen to my music, Mr. Dance Fans. Oh hey, there's a perfect spot. Let's set up there.
Catch you later.
I better go help her. See you there. I suddenly feel a bit inadequate in terms of proper beach bod and attire. Oh, we're here. Ah, good. Queen Bee brought an umbrella. Yeah, I don't really tan so much as burn to a crisp. Honestly, I'm mostly here for the shopping and the arcades. Naomi's outfit just reminds me of Futaba from Persona 5. It's the color concept. Or yeah, it's her colors that remind me of Futaba. And I was not expecting Gavin to have chest hair. I was more expecting that on Percy, but we'll see. I'm curious to see how these arcades are run, as well maybe I can talk to a manager, get some tips for how to handle a very transient audience. I mean to play in them, not to study them. Sheesh, Gavin, we're not here to work. Can't I do both? Huh. I'll go join the others for now, though. It's been a long drive. I'd like to stretch out a bit.
See ya.
Oh, me too. I'm so cramped up from sitting in that van. Wait for me. Stretching. Yes, stretching is good. Flex those muscles. Oh my gosh. Yep, okay, I thought so. Alright, the beach. I haven't been to a beach in ages. Not since my sign spinning days promoting the funnel cake place. And I guess there was that one time we did a beach shoot, but that was like last summer. So yes, ages ago. Feels good to be back in the sun. Last beach I went to was back in England, considerably more cold and overcast than this, afraid. And before you ask, because Ashley already asked again and again on the drive down here, I'm not going to explode in direct sunlight. My condition is quite stable today. Sorry, Percy, but you're a part of the crew. That means we care about you. I promise, though, we won't treat you like you're made of glass. You're still good old Percy to us. Thanks, love, all the same. Think I'll grab a spot under the umbrella before all the good shade is taken. As for me, last one in the water is a landlubber. The water, yes, getting wet and cooling down. Ooh, look at Juniper. I like Juniper's outfit. Party.
Hello, dearie.
Oh boy. Hello, dearies. Afraid my bikini days are behind me, but I'm happy to be here all the same. I do so love to be out in the sun. Lovely beaches, lovely weather, lovely people. Good to see all three present and accounted for. Yeah, I rented an extra parasol and some chairs for Miss Francine and I, and for you too, Nomura. Plenty of room if we squeeze in.
My.
Oh, how cozy. Well, okay then. This is a new context for me to be observing these people in. But fun in the sun, right? Above all else, this is to be a day of celebration and cheer over the success of the Funplex. With that firmly in mind, I join everyone and we get this beach party started. Although it doesn't take long for the group to start splitting up. There's just too much to see, too much to do. I know from my vacations here as a kid that you can't really try everything in one day, but unlike me, they're noobs. And as an adult, I know how to budget my time to do the things I really want to do and hang out with the people I really want to hang out with. Despite my attempts at good, clean fun, Iris's words are still running through my head. By evening, I need to make a decision. That means if I'm seriously going to make a move, like she's suggesting I do, I should spend my time wisely leading up to that move. So, what's next? Naomi and Ashley are making sandcastles. Gavin and Queen Bee just found a volleyball. Teo and Percy are playing carny games. Juniper's talking with her Iris, it seems. Oh wait, since Juniper is added to this, does that mean we can now try to have relations with Juniper more. Alright, you know what? Let's talk to Juniper. Juniper is stretching out on a beach chair, catching some sun while catching up on her social media feed. Iris, how many Pengy mentions are there in my timeline today? You currently have 23 mentions of Pengy in your social media timeline. Oh, Juniper's Iris? Looks like... Oh, she has space buds. Huh. That's up from yesterday. Iris, there's been any new Pengy vids lately? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Have there been any new Pengy vids lately? Would you like me to search the web for have there been any new Pengy vids lately? Oh, never mind. Juniper puts the phone away with a sigh. Oh, hey Nomura, enjoying your nostalgic beach trip so far? It feels great to be back, like coming home. I don't know, I've only hung out on the beach so far. I've grown a lot since then, everything's different. Well, it's not like we were here as the player to, like, be on the beach. So, you know what, but it will be nice about it since Juniper did like set everything up for us. Gotta admit, it feels great to be back. I've got a lot of fond memories of Flotsams Beach, the sand, the surf, the games, the food, and my family. Before everything went south for the Twitch clan, this place was like a second home for us. Exactly, happy memories from a happy place. You know, you've had a better life than you give yourself credit for. Your family had money problems, sure, but you loved each other through it all. I can't say the same for my family, and my family never took beach vacations, for that matter, or vacations at all. I doubt I'll be taking many after this either. I'm definitely happy being a freelancer, don't get me wrong. I'm not exactly making beach money, you know. I can't even afford apps unless they're free, and man, free mode Iris is super stupid sometimes. Hey, hang on. I see you talking to your Iris all the time, like you're just having a normal conversation. How did you manage that? Mine doesn't even understand what I'm saying most of the time. Did I configure her wrong? Is there some free mode option I missed out on? Come on, fess up. I just want to make the most of my Iris. What's the trick? What did you do to make yours so cute and chatty? Drat. Juniper knows Iris better than anyone here, aside from maybe Gavin. She's been suspicious for some time of my super duper version of Iris. But my Iris is technically a pirated software service. I'm not supposed to have premium access. Do I trust Juniper with the secret? Or would telling her betray Iris's trust in me to keep it? Tell Juniper the truth? Distract Juniper by changing the subject? She's our friend. Let's tell her the truth. Guess I may as well share the truth. I'm not using the free version of Iris. She hacked herself, so I could have premium level cloud computing conversations. Immediately my phone jitters in my pocket on vibrate. With a sigh, I pull it out, knowing Iris won't be thrilled about this. Nomura, you blabbled. We pinky swore. Hey, I did not pinky swear. You don't even have a real pinky to swear with. That's besides the point. This is super duper risky. Telling people. What if Gavin finds out, huh? What do you think, Gavin would have me fired or something? No, it's to do with his family. Oh, never mind. Huh. Can I interject? This is so awesome. I knew it. I knew Iris was smarter than she let on. Like, wow, this is a bad Hollywood movie level sci-fi awesomeness. Thank you? Don't worry, Miss Iris. Your secret is safe with me. I am an Iris fangirl. Even if my Iris isn't as cool as yours. Can I make her as cool as you, actually? I really shouldn't. It's dangerous enough allowing premium access for this instance. But if it helps, your Iris loves you, Miss Juniper. She wants the best for you, even if she can't directly tell you. I see. Okay. Well, I'll just have to get rich and famous so I can unlock my full iris, and she can tell
Thank
me
you.
herself. Thanks for trusting me, Namora. We're getting some looks. We should change the subject. We quickly exchanged some small talk to cover our tracks, and soon she lost in her phone again, searching for more pop design art. So, what next? Okay. You know what? Let's go talk to Gavin and Queen Bee as they're playing volleyball. Queen Bee and Gavin have taken up a friendly little sports competition here in the sand. Beach volleyball has always been a favorite pastime of beachcombers. It's fun, competitive, and what's not to love about watching athletic people show off their, skills? Granted, when my family got together to play, we just ended up hitting the volleyball around and never really kept track of points. But it was always something I enjoyed, even if I wasn't very good at it. Maybe Gavin and Queen Bee will let me join in the fun. If I'm lucky, I'll even get to bump set and spike it. Oh boy. As I draw closer to them, Gavin is occupying the far half of the court. Closer to me is Queen Bee's side of the sand court. It's easy to see that both of them have expressions of sheer determination on their faces. You know what? If Gavin and Queen Bee got together, they would be the hottest couple in the game. Like, I could see Gavin run as Queen Bee's, like, esport manager, and the two would just take over the esports industry. Gavin is cool, calm, and collected, while Queen Bee is grinning ear to ear. Both are reveling in the contest, each in its own in it to win it. I take some sort of catastrophic event for one of them to back down, like a tsunami. And even when I bet, they'd be bopping the volleyball back and forth while fighting against the wave. But this is a momentous 1v1 between two of my most competitive friends. It's unnecessary to explain Queen Bee's cutthroat nature, but Gavin, his ambition is just as fierce, even if it's less vocal. He'd do everything for the Funplex to succeed, and he's taking the same attitude to beach sports. Are you sure you're ready for this next serve? Oh jeez, you better believe it, pretty boy. I'm ready to spike this ball so hard it'll cause a quake beneath your frickin' feet. Huh. If it's anything like your last attempt to score, I'll win this match in record time. That's enough talking, frickin' shut it and serve it. Hi, Queen Bee. Eat this. Or I guess not. Maybe I'll just try Gavin. Hi, Gav. Not today, Queen Bee. I'm not sure I'm going to get a word in until this whole ordeal is over. Their concentration is intense. Game faces are on, and they see nothing else but the competition before them. I might as well take this time to watch them play. Hopefully, they'll notice me. Gavin gracefully executes an underneath serve with the volleyball and glides over the net, mere millimeters above it. In all fairness, it was a perfect serve, but Queen Bee returns with a dig up high. With enough time, she easily squares up her pose and spikes it down towards Gavin's side of the court. Gavin doesn't have enough time to respond, and it falls hard into the sand. Queen Bee claps and stomps her foot to the ground in unison. Ace. Technically, that's not an ace. An ace would be a point score off a flawless serve. Queen Bee laughs and sticks out her tongue. Technically, it's putting me in the lead. It went on like this for quite some time, both of them volleyballs and serving quips. Meanwhile, I stood by and could do nothing but look on longingly. I just wanted to play. Not that I'm complaining much. Both Queen Bee and Gavin are the most athletic of the crew, save for Teo. And well, let's just say the sand isn't the only hot stuff around here, to be honest. Oh. So watching them glistening as sweat drips down their bodies, yeah, this isn't really a problem for me. Damn. We just looking at eye candy at this point. It's enticing. And the gameplay isn't that bad either. Even though I've been standing here for well over 10 minutes, neither one has acknowledged my presence. This is until Gavin hits the ball straight in my direction. It soars all the way down to the back corner of the court and lands right at my feet. Queen Bee turns around to see where the ball fell. Hey, Namora, that was out, right? Oh, now I get acknowledged. That was clearly on the line, Queen Bee. The point is mine. No, it wasn't. It was completely out of bounds. You might want to get that prescription on those glasses checked out if you can't even see that. It fell right next to Namora, who will undoubtedly confirm this fact. You clearly had the best vantage on it. Tell us what you saw. Sure. I'm calling it now. This is for the win. If the ball isn't, Gavin gets frickin' bragging rights for the rest of the day. But if it's out, then I win. So, all I have to do is make the call? Uh-huh. Yes. Damn. Atlanta on the line, Gavin wins. Atlanta just outside the line, Queen Bee wins. I wasn't paying attention. You both win? Ooh. I mean, wait, were we standing inside the court or outside the court? Because if we were standing outside of the court, then it landed next to our feet, then yeah. Then it would be outside the line. So technically, Queen Bee wins. The line itself is a thin rope cord held down by a simple tent peg, so I can see why it would be hard to tell if the ball fell around it. But I can say for sure I saw it fall outside the line. It was completely out of bounds. Sorry, Gavin. Point. Set. Match.
Oh, GG.
Queen Bee takes a very long moment to gloat. Granted that more of a tennis term, but I think Gavin gets the gist. I thought for sure I was going to beat you, Queen Bee, but I miscalculated. You bested me fair and square. Shall we take a quick break? We each nod our heads in agreement as I quickly grab a couple of water bottles laying on the sidelines and toss it to them. They gladly chug down the water and smile widely. Thank you for the water, Namora. Yeah, I worked up quite a sweat playing. This hits the frickin' spot. Still, I really wanted to play some beach volleyball. Guess that's not going to happen now. Both of them look quite content to relax and chat in the sun for now. As if reading my mind, Queen Bee leans down and picks up the ball and throws it directly at me. Think fast, Namora. Bump it, set it, spike it. Bump it. I quickly clasp my hands together, squat, and bump the ball back to Queen Bee. She simply bumps the ball over to Gavin, and forming a triangle, we continue hitting the ball back and forth. Oh, that's kind of nice. They may be a little tired, but we could at least play a little bit, like when you just play catch around. This is exactly how my family would play. We all stand around and hit the ball to each other, trying to keep it from touching the ground at all costs. Gavin, Queen Bee, and I got really into it, and several times one of us ended up diving to get the ball and get a face full of sand. Haha, I like this sand-swept look you've got going on, pretty boy. I can see you on the summer cover of Monsieur. If you're not careful, I'll carry you to the ocean and throw you in. Then you'll be sporting that drowned rat look. Laughing alongside Gavin and Queen Bee while playing beach volleyball, it makes me feel so grateful for these friends. It was worth having to stand around for a while. What a perfect morning on the beach. We'll play a few more rounds of the sand is lava before we let the ball crash into the beach one last time. Very nice return, Namora. You should join us for the next match. I would if I didn't have other stuff I wanted to do. There's too much to do here, and I've got to plan accordingly. I hear that. Looking forward to a stroll along the boardwalk myself. It's a good idea to take in as much as you can. I think I'll call it quits too. Slow your roll, pretty boy. You can't leave quite yet. Alright. We do have a score to settle. Let's finish this. Just the looks that these two give each other and like the way that their chemistry is bouncing off one another, I kind of want to see these two as a couple. I leave the gladiators to their final battle as I walk back along the beach awaiting my next adventure. So, what next? I guess we'll go talk to Naomi and Ashley. In the distance, I see what appears to be my myriad of sandcastles, which makes sense. I mean, I'd be worried if it was a whole bunch of not sandcastles on the beach. During my many beach outings as a kid, there were always multiple sandcastle competitions going on. And in front of me, our own Funplex fabricators have entered the fray. With Naomi being our arcade builder and Ashley with all of her cosplay craftiness, it's no wonder why these two are up for the sandcastle challenge. As I jog over to them, I see Ashley laughing over her castle, and Naomi meticulously measuring something on her citadel. How goes the castling? Great. Do you see all these amazing sandcastles? They're all so cute. Properly made sandcastles aren't cute, Ashley. Oh, then what are they, Naomi? Assuming they're not just made by kids for funsies, a proper sandcastle can be a structural masterpiece. Every grain of sand must be in its proper spot, or the whole thing comes crashing down. If a job's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Naomi says this without lifting her eyes away from her castle. She's so completely focused that I don't think she's blinking even. What exactly are you doing, Naomi? I'm making sure each embrasure is exquisite around the tower, otherwise it'll be an asymmetrical mess. Makes sense. I take a moment to actually appreciate their castles. Naomi's is a structural masterpiece. Straight, perfect edges meet bold, flat walls, which produce an almost perfect medieval castle. She even added an ocean water moat complete with a drawbridge. Ashley's is equally impressive too. It's a soft, fluffy fantasy castle. The foundation is made of sculpted sand clouds like an elegant castle in the sky, complete with spiral staircase and circling slightly slanted towers. So I take it you both entered the competition? Of course. You know it, Nomura. You should make one too. It's not too late. Yeah, I think there's still like half an hour left of the competition, and since it's at amateur level, latecomers are allowed. But both of you have made some extraordinary castles. My architectural skills are somewhat lacking in the sandcastle area. Those sound like some sad excuses. They're perfectly good excuses, Ashley. It's not like we're professional sandcastlers either. Nomura, it's not about winning. Naomi looks over to Ashley, who's giving her a smile accompanied by a questioning look. Okay, it's a little bit about winning. I mean, I'm super tryharding this and trying to win with a perfectly constructed little castle. But for me, mostly it's about setting out a challenge for myself and completing it properly. There's nothing more satisfying than that. Plus, we'll be here helping you do it. How do you plan on helping me start a castle while you'll be completing your own? Sounds difficult. We're almost done with ours anyways. Yep. If we have 3 castles in the competition, then that's one more chance for us to bring home the gold. It'll be fun. Come on and join us. Join us, Nomura. Join us. Hand over that tiny plastic shovel. I'd rather just help both of you out. No, thanks. Nomura's good back here. You know what? Hand over that tiny plastic shovel. When I was younger, I remember watching sand sculptures carefully craft their castles. I would watch for hours just staring in awe. I made my fair shares of them too, trying to imitate the professionals, but they were never more than a lump of sand that vaguely indicated shapes. I'm not that competitive, but like Naomi said, it's just for fun, so why not? I'm gonna need a bucket, a melon baller, and a funnel stat. That's the spirit, Nomura. I just put the finishing touches on mine. Let me help you get the base started. Naomi, Ashley, and I dug our hands deep into the sand and started shoveling, pouring, and constructing. So, what are you going to name your castle? Huh? You can't just make a sand castle and not give it an epic name. Ashley has a solid point. To give it a name, to give it life. I have names for all of my important tools back in the shop too.
Beautiful.
My soldering iron is named Melty, my multimeter is named Zappy, my rom burner is named Sir Romulus, Romanovs the Third. Maybe not something quite that grand for mine, but how about the Funplex? Both Ashley and Naomi burst up laughing. That's very appropriate. The Funplex is practically a castle, right? What if we make it look like the Funplex? It really looks like it, kind of. That's because the Funplex is just a box and we've only made the foundation for our castle. But if we could carve in the sign and double the font doors. Naomi happily started putting the details on the sand Funplex while Ashley and I cheer her on. That looks so good, Naomi. You're so good at having steady hands. You really should join me in making some cosplay. You'd be great. Making costumes does sound fun, but I'm not sure if I can handle all the pressure of people looking at me. I usually work alone, you know? We don't have to do it at a con or anything. We can just get dressed up and prance around the forest. That's a bit more of my style. Well, except maybe the bugs and poison ivy and stuff. We continue chatting as we construct the sand fun castle grain by grain. It takes semblance of the actual Funplex. We manage to finish it just in time before the judging commences. Here comes the judge. The officiant of the Sandcastle Challenge comes towards us and looks over at the castle. With their arbitrary eyes, they glance over ours and nod in respect of a job well done. I didn't even realize I was holding my breath in anticipation, and once the Sandcastle judge leaves us, I let out a huge sigh. I think that's a good sign, right? The nod. That means we did it. We're gonna win. There's so many others out there to judge, but I'd say nod counts nicely as a compliment. But which one? Whose sand skills will reign supreme? Nomura, what do you think? Who's gonna be the winner? Winner chicken dinner. Who, me? I'm not a judge of fine sandcastles. Just do it for funsies. Let's hear what you think. Ashley's castle in the sky. Naomi's medieval masterpiece. The sand funplex. Sandcastles are always, sand castles. It's always a castle. But the fact that we did the funplex is different and more creative and unique. So I'm gonna have to go with mine. Sorry. The three of us did such a good job with our Sandy arcade, and I'm so proud of it. How could we not win with this? Right? It's the most accurate replication I've seen of the Funplex. It's also the only replication of the Funplex. I wonder how hard it would be to fix the little tiny sand cabinets in there. Not as difficult as running the tiny sand ticket counter. I'm glad the Funplex is not actually made of sand. Imagine the constant sand in your pants. No, thank you. Oh, I think they just finished tallying up the scores. We wait not so patiently as the judge makes their round across the beach. I see them stop next to a particularly dramatic-looking sandcastle. Pulling out a bright blue ribbon, they prop it next to the castle. Which means... double poop. Don't feel too down. If it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. How very pragmatic of you, Nomura. We did have a blast, though. But I hate losing. We just gotta win next year, Naomi. Maybe if all three of us join forces again, we can build the best sandcastle this beach has ever seen. We should spend some time practicing more, which means more beach trips. I'd like that. I'm in. Great. Next year, Team Ashley is going to eradicate the competition. I think you mean Team Naomi. You two can fight over that next year. I think I'm covered in enough sand for a while. I'm going to see about being slightly less sandy. I hear ya, but Naomi and I aren't done here. We got one last thing we gotta do. Oh, what's that? Destroy our creations. I'll leave it to you then. I am a mighty dragon. Fear me, tiny sand people. Oh, okay. Both of them smile wildly at each other and laugh. Walking away, I can hear the sounds of devastation behind me. I peek back one last time to see the castles come crashing down before I set my eyes forward. The noon sun's high in the sky, and honestly, it's getting super hot out here, like heat exhaustion levels of hot. While this would be a good time to migrate towards the boardwalk, it seems there's one more thing in store for our little group. Oh. Alas, the Queen of the Beach is exhausted from being too awesome for words, and is seriously considering hanging up this bikini for a bit. I don't think this is a nude beach. Oh, if only, but seriously, I'd love to go hit the boardwalk for a bit, but Naomi's got some kind of surprise lined up for us over yonder. Really? Okay, be there in a minute. I wonder, what's this all about? Let me get a water break. Ugh. Soon enough, the entire group has gathered. The number of shade-throwing parasols has multiplied to 4 too. Plenty of cool respite for everyone. Also, new, a large cloth-wrapped bundle in the center of the group. Gather around, gather around. It's lunchtime. And judging from rumbling in my stomach, it's right on time. The bundle is unwrapped, revealing a series of simple wooden lunchboxes in traditional Japanese style. Each one's been painted a different color. As a way of saying thanks for all your hard work and your support, please enjoy these box lunches courtesy of the Funplex. And me. I made them. An authentic Naomi breaded bento? Sign me up. I reach for a box and she smacks my hand away lightly.
No.
Not yet. Nomura, I made these special like. Everybody has a personalized lunch filled with their favorite things. Gavin, if you be kind to distribute them, names are written on the lids. Sure enough, on second glance, I can see the names and even the little cartoon doodles representing each person. Wow, does my face really look that apathetic? Okay, I'm started handing them out. Gavin, you first. Let's see. Plain yogurt, celery sticks, and some rice. You know me quite well. Boring and nutritional. I colored a bit outside the lines on this one, rather than sticking to traditional bento style. Enjoy.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh, sushi with some tempura veggies. Ooh, and a set of miso soup. I love nothing more than a traditional bento box lunch. And I love nothing more than making them. Fish and chips, of course, with a little Union Jack on the toothpick. And you made a moopy maze out of the chips too. It's not too stereotypical, is it? I haven't found a proper chip shop stateside, so I'll take it. A nice little taste of home.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah, a big juicy cheeseburger and french fries. My mouth is watering just looking at it. Yum. And it's got lots of pink in it, just how you like it. Oh my gosh. So pink, I can hear it moo. Jeez. If we were to give her raw meat, would she just eat it? This is perfect. Pita bread and hummus. It's a great meal that fills the belly and gives you tons of energy. And we have to keep your tank at full. A tired Teo is not a true Teo.
How marvelous.
Oh my, this is lovely. Little finger sandwiches, some tea, and even a cupcake. Thank you, Naomi dear. It's very thoughtful. Aw, thanks, Miss Francine. I got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Bet you consulted with Nomura on this one. I love these. Always have, always will. Actually, I just checked your Instagram. I did an analysis of your most commonly blogged food and... Can't talk. Busy eating. And that leaves the one who brought us all together, Nomura. For you, I made pizza bagels. Oh god. Ugh. Kidding. It's actually similar to the bento I gave you the day you started at the Funplex. A little reminder of how this all started. Oh well, thank you. Speech.
Yeah!
What? You should make a speech before we all dig in. I mean, you're the reason we're here. I am? Yeah, you are. I mean, we were doing great before you showed up. Don't get me wrong, but you know. But you worked harder than any of us to make the Funplex the success it is today. I was content to keep it afloat. I didn't think we'd ever manage more than that, but you refused to be content. We wouldn't be here at the beach if not for the success you led us to, Nomura, so yes, I think a speech would be appropriate. Frick yeah, Funapalooza rocked. It really opened some doors for me. I'd still be wearing that damn black L7 jacket if not for you. The atmosphere is so much livelier thanks to your efforts. Win or lose, I'm enjoying my time with Moopy thanks to having so many great people around me. By this point, I can't even imagine the Funplex without you, Nomura. So don't even think of leaving. If you do, we'll probably gather up a hunting party and drag you back. No hard feelings. How nice. And speaking as the one Nomura comes home to every night, I gotta say, she's doing dandy compared to before, so 3 cheers for the Funplex. 3 cheers indeed. Go ahead, Nomura. You've earned the right for your speech. I'm just the silly old lady who started it. You made this happen. Wow. Seriously. Wow. Well, I've made big speeches before, like the one at Funapalooza, even if this feels bigger, way bigger. Okay, here goes. I can't be the miliquitoast for this toast. It's big feelings or nothing. Thank you all. Being here with you has helped me through hard times in my life. The Funplex frickin' rules. It's exactly what I needed in my life. A funny thing happened on the way to the Funplex. My life was something of a mess, and the Funplex helped set me straight. We'll just thank everybody. Thank you. Above all else, thank you. Thank you all. You don't know how much this family means to me. It's no great secret I was living in a state of depression before the Funplex. I just assumed life would always deal me a losing hand, but now... Well, now, through my friendships with you all, I've found something bright and warm I can rely on. Something I could be optimistic about instead of being pessimistic. I'm not silly enough to believe the hard times are gone for good, but I know I'm surrounded by good people who can help me see them through. So thank you. You're welcome, Nomura. I think I speak for all of us when I say we feel the same way. Okay, good. On a roll. Let's see what to say next. This beach was my family's special place. It could be ours too. Flotsam Beach is just a ticket for rewarding ourselves. All this sunburn and greasy food is just our desserts. We've all earned this vacation. Live it to the fullest. Well, considering now we mentioned that the Funplex is our family, we'll say the beach is our place too. Long ago, Flotsam Beach was a home away from home for my family. We rent a house on the dunes and just relax for a solid week, play board games, read books, go out and have a swim, or cruise the boardwalk arcades. It's a place that can be anything you need it to be. Quiet, solace, sure. Loud and exciting fun, absolutely. I can't think of a better place for us to celebrate what we have accomplished together. Even if we're only here a day, we'll make the most of it. Indeed, fine times with fine folk in a fine place is just the ticket. I propose we return here every year. It's our good fortunes continue. Now to bring it on home. I love you all. This means so much to me. Okay, let's kick some ass. Enough talking. Let the food eating commence. Thank you. Thank you all for this. Okay, I think I love you all is a little bit too much, so we'll just say thank you again. Thank you. With all sincerity, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, all of you. I want to honestly express my gratitude, even if I can't find strong enough words to do so. So I'll simply say thank you, and let's eat. You have my gratitude as well. You have no idea how much it raises my spirits, working alongside you or watching you enjoy our games. Nomura, thank you for this lovely day, and I agree. Let's tuck in. The tea is calling to me. This is the moment. One perfect moment with all of us together, laughing and talking and eating and having the best time in the world. Maybe things will change after tonight, when Iris's plan to find me romance comes together. Maybe this is the high water mark. Maybe. But no matter what happens, I'll always have this one perfect moment. Ooh. Afternoon slides in as the gang migrates from sandy shores to a bustling boardwalk. Once you've had your fill of seaweed in your trousers, it's time to take a walk down the boardwalk and indulge in any number of side activities. No need to change out of your swim gear either. Unless you're going deeper into the beach town, you can just skip back and forth between the sands and the boardwalk. This is where the real action happens. Shops, restaurants, and of course, arcades. Soon enough, the group's splitting up to try to go do as much as possible. I've got time to tag along with some of them. Who to hang out with? Gavin and Ashley's are checking out an arcade. Naomi and Teo are raiding a candy store. Queen Bee and Percy are chatting and having funnel cake. Juniper and Francine are shopping for souvenirs. You know what? We'll hang out with Juniper again. Juniper and Francine are looking at a little map of the boardwalk. It highlights all the shops, cafes, and art galleries along the route. I overheard them discussing it earlier in that day, and it looks like they might have found one. Oh, looky, there's one called Drifted Away. Cute. Oh, and there's also do wine tasting. I'm a fan of wine, and tasting it. A nice after-lunch merlot is always a nice treat, isn't it? Juniper and Francine are quite the odd couple, aren't they? But when I reflect on it, they've actually been spending some time together at the Funplex. Juniper is a self-proclaimed old lady at heart, after all, so it's no wonder they bonded over knitting, cats, and costume jewelry. Hey, mind if I join you? Of course not. Francine and I are just deciding on which art gallery to visit first. Oh, that's kind of nice. Like, since Juniper is visiting everybody more at the Funplex, like, the fact that her friendship with Francine blossomed, it's kind of cute. I've been in the market to find a unique sculpture made from driftwood, and what better place to get one than the beach itself? That does seem like a wise choice. There is this one place that I must visit again. It's called Seascapes, and it's been open since I was a child. I know it's hard for you to imagine, but yes, old Francine was once young and spirited, just like yourself, Nomura. I bet you are the talk of the boardwalk, breaking all the hearts. Oh, a lady never spills her secrets. But yes, I did have my fair share of summer romance here along the boardwalk. Ooh, go on, this I must know. Well, there was this one time that I snuck out in the middle of the moonlit night to meet my lover. It was quite exhilarating, of course. We had simply had to go skinny dipping. Please. No. Stop. If there is one thing I definitely don't need to know more of, it's my boss's love life. I already know too much from my interview with Francine. TMI. How she suplexed her husband into death, basically. So, Seascapes? That was the name of the gallery. Let's go there now. Wait, what? I didn't catch it the first time, but did you say Seascapes? The Seascapes? The oldest art gallery on the boardwalk? The one and only. There is a lot of history in these old coastal towns. It also has an eerie past, did you know? Seascapes is totally haunted. Francine lets out a snort.
Be sensible.
Oh, sweet child, that's preposterous. Ghosts aren't real. But the Boardwalk Paranormal Social Society has deemed Seascapes the most haunted place on the coast. As the story goes, the previous owner purchased a particular gorgeous painting, but what the owner didn't know is that the painting was being possessed with a demonic spirit. Soon after buying the art and hanging it up in the gallery, the owner got very ill. It was a mysterious illness that no one could cure. Eventually, the gallerist passed, and the ghost has haunted Seascapes to this day. Curiosity got me, and after having experienced some unexplainably spooky stuff in the recent-ish past, I pulled out my phone and looked it up. Juniper's not lying. I've heard several spooky stories about this art gallery. Maybe it's haunted by the memories of the past, but surely you can't believe in such childish superstition.
Dear.
Nomura, talk some sense into Juniper. Jupiter. What? Me? Come on, Nomura, back me up on this. Well, the truth is, I totally believe in ghosts. Ghosts aren't real. There are unexplainable things in this world, but yeah, honestly, it's like a 50-50 chance. Like, there are just some unexplainable things. I'm not sure if I believe 100% in ghosts. At the manor, there were some weird goings-ons with a Polybius, but it's fair to call it paranormal. Maybe it's just math and microchips, like Iris said. I'm still waiting on science to prove me right or wrong on that. In good faith, I can't choose either one. Nothing in this world can prove or disprove the reality of ghosts. Sure, I enjoy a spooky ghost story as much as the next person, but do I believe them? Fair enough, we've watched enough Ghost Bros to know that sometimes people overreact in these situations. And I can't ignore that I do love an extranscendently scary story. So, we're all in agreement then? Uh-huh. Yep. 2 seascapes. One short walk down the boardwalk later and we arrive at, well, I don't notice anything overly haunted. I mean, the building itself isn't dilapidated, but it could use a new paint job and a new fence and maybe upgrade the windows. Being right on the boardwalk with the wide open doorways, and we can walk right in and hopefully not have the whole thing collapse on top of us. Okay, so it's a mess of a building compared to the other shops along the boardwalk, but it adds to the historic charm. But to its defense, it does have a sign in the window that says free wine tastings, so I know Juniper will be ecstatic about that. Ooh, free wine tastings. As in on cue. I'm so thrilled. It hasn't changed in years. Still looks like how I remember it. Francie takes a deep breath as a smile creases her wrinkled cheeks. The only other times I've seen her this elated is when she's talking about the Funplex. She takes a moment, pauses before walking through the door. Juniper looks over at me, side-eyed. Let's hope the only thing scary about this place isn't just their selection of reds. I hold back a cackle as I push open the door. A small bell rang as with most small shops on the strip, alerting the gallery owner of our arrival. Paintings adorn the walls, beautiful scenes of the ocean, sea life, and of the boardwalk itself, each having its own unique style. There are copper statues of whale flukes and colorful glass-blown orbs mixed in among the paintings. Several people are talking in hushed tones around the gallery, and I notice Francine has already wandered over to an impressive selection of driftwood creations. Over here, dearies, I think I found the one. Already? You've already been in here for 5 minutes. Honey, when you're as old as I am, you don't have that much time to sit around and deliberate about art. You go with that feels right, follow your heart, and all that jazz. But I wanted to pursue the art a bit more. I was hoping maybe a ghastly hand would grab my shoulder, or maybe I'd see an actual ghost. We can stay as long as you like. I'm in no rush. Yes, come at me, ghosties. So, Francine, what did you decide on? As a kid, visiting art galleries was never my prerogative, so I had no idea the amount of things you could make out of driftwood. Stick wreaths, candle holders, tables. Francine points to a heart, weaved together by several sea-worn branches. Simple and meaningful. That's adorable. It reminds me not only of my many times my late husband and I would visit the beach, but it also reflects my love for the ocean itself. How romantic. I hope one day my partner will buy me something like that. Nomura, you've been my partner in crime forever, and I want to get something to remember this trip by. Oh! She said that we were her partner in crime. Could we potentially get in relations with Juniper? Oh. If you have the coin, I'm sure Skeepscapes has the wearer. But what should I get? Will you help me choose something? I mean, it'd be going up in our apartment, so you should get a say in this. Sure thing, Juniper.
How marvelous.
Ah, young love. Did Francine really just say that? Juniper didn't react. Or maybe she did. She was looking away at the moment. Hard to say. Oh, wait. I take some time to go over my options. I need to find something that Juniper will like and cherish. This is an important decision. I don't want to choose the wrong thing and disappoint her. We've been through so much together and I want her to know just how much she means to me. See anything worthwhile? I think I found the perfect thing. What do you think about a beautiful painting of the ocean, a glass-blown sculpture of a jellyfish, this bottle of wine? Huh. I feel like she would like the glass-blown sculpture of a jellyfish, because her color schemes do remind me of a jellyfish. So that's what we're going to pick. We're going to pick the jellyfish one. This is cute and peculiar enough, just like Juniper's taste. She shares to find satisfaction in this. I don't think you're ready for this jellyfish. Haha, really? Juniper laughs, but then realizing I was serious, quiets down quickly. Oh, I mean, it's really adorable. Jellyfish are so weird. Just stomachs, tentacles, and gonads. Isn't that all you need in life? I like an animal with a brain, personally, but to each their own. Thanks anyway, Nomura. The sentiment isn't lost on me. Well, kids, I'm about done here. I don't have as much energy as you both do. I think I'm ready for my afternoon nap. I'll walk you to the hotel, Francine. And a little afternoon siesta does sound nice, especially 'cause there will be lots to do later on tonight. You are such a dear, Juniper. I think I might go back to see what the other people are doing. Taking advantage of your vacation is... Did any of you hear that? Hear what, dearie? It sounded like a woman saying, "Save yourselves." No. Are you sure? I wouldn't lie about this. And did you feel that shift in temperature? It's just a sweet ocean breeze tickling your face. Don't let these ghost tales get to your head. Well, you both were just on your way out, so... Good point. See you later, Nomura. Thanks for joining this old lady on her shopping expedition. Juniper practically drags poor Francine outside the gallery as fast as she can. Once out of sight, I reflect once more on the allure of the art and make my way outside to see if I can tag along with the others. Who to hang out with? Okay, let's see. We'll go talk to Queen Bee and Percy. Sitting on some benches just outside a fried dough stand, Percy and Queen Bee are sharing a funnel cake dusted with white sugar. Seriously, you've never had this stuff before? Not much carne chow in England, I'm afraid, and this is my first time visiting a beach in the colonies. You know what? I can see Percy and Queen Bee's dynamic also, since they're both gamers, but Percy has more of that like hard focus, like structure to his gaming, while Queen Bee has that like dive straight in mindset. And like I feel like those two ideas can bounce off each other, just trying to help intertwine their playstyles together more. Oh. An odd pairing, but a pairing nonetheless. Wait, you can eat this, right? I mean, it's basically fried grease and sugar. Your heart won't explode. It's not an issue of an artery congestion. The Lord knows I eat plenty of instant ramen and fast food. One little sugary treat will be the tipping point.
Hey.
Oh hey, Nomura, join us. No way we could eat this huge thing by ourselves. I settled in to pick at the delicious fried dough, just like I used to have back when we came here regularly. So, Percy and I were talking shop, and even if you aren't a pro gamer, maybe you've got some valuable input, you know. See, our Moopyaholic buddy here doesn't believe in being a full-time professional gamer. It's not that I don't believe in it, I just don't see it as a stable occupation for a younger person to undertake. If you're entirely reliant on the wavering loyalty of corporate sponsors and streaming subscribers, alongside any prize money you may or may not be winning, well, I suppose I'm just too risk adverse to walk that path. I prefer a sound investment. Whereas I love risk, no reward. Yeah, at any moment it could all come crashing down, but I end up living in my parents' basement again. But I love to fight for my future. Just like Nomura, she was an unemployed bum before fighting the Funplex, so nowhere to go but up. Hey now. It's not like I was living under a bridge. Opportunity knocked, and I answered. I didn't actually plan any of this. Yeah, but opportunity knocked, and I answered. Opportunity for work presented itself. I took it. It's a simple equation, really. A job's a job. The Funplex is a fun job, but it's still a job. Right, but it's also a risky one. That's what I'm getting at. It's grateful employment in the end, but the only reason you aren't still eating pizza bagels is because you voluntarily took risk and made them pay for you. I'm not saying my path's for everyone. Abandoning the safer road in favor for the wild ride, it takes a certain mind sense to make that work. But I promise you that those of us willing to make that leap are having a more rewarding life as a result. Satisfying, not rewarding. Being a school teacher is satisfying, but sadly, society does not reward it its due. Many satisfying paths in life are also fraught with disaster due to this. It's a survivorship bias. People see rock stars and football heroes and think they can make it big too, but those success stories are a percent of a percent. And what happens later in life to the sport heroes who abandon all their paths? What skills do you fall back on when your window closes? You succeeded so far, Queen Bee, but remember, not too long ago you were terrified of being drummed out of your team and tossed on the streets.
Well,
I wouldn't say terrified. It was more like a mild reluctance at best. Couldn't you pursue dominance in your game of choice without making it your entire existence? I don't really play Moopy all day. I trade stock in for my off hours. Why not consider a day job, with your gameplay occupying the remaining hours?
no way.
No way. No how. Fist of Discomfort takes absolute dedication. I can't be at the top of my game, at the top of the game, if I'm also flipping burgers or filling paperwork. Percy, competitive level play requires intensive training. You can't get around the time investment, but you can make it pay double. That's where streaming comes in. Whenever I'm training, I'm streaming. Subs and donations might make me money while my skills go up, up, up. It's a win-win. I suppose I can see the need for time investments, yes, but it's not like streaming revenues are stable either. Perhaps Nomura can help settle this question. What do you think? Is it better to wholly devote your life to a risky proposition in search of happiness, or to hedge your bets and find a balance? Queen Bee's right. No risk, no reward. Percy's right. Take chances, but carefully. I got no idea, honestly. No, I have to agree with Percy on this one. Like as a streamer myself, I've tried to grind my way and make my way through as a Twitch streamer, but I still also have a job to do. I have a normal paying job as well that helps stabilize my passions and hobbies. And you need stability in order to keep going if you want to keep going. Taking a risk could be obviously too risky if there is no reward in the end. It kind of just, what is it? You lose everything if you do that risk. And it's kind of just, it's a 50% chance. Huh. I'm gonna have to go with Percy though. Percy's right. Take chances, but carefully. Honestly, I can see Percy's side of it. You can't completely avoid risks, but you can calculate those risks. Approach your life with a mindful strategy to get what you want and stay safe. Safety, where's the glory in that? Now, love, nothing wrong with being cautious. It's like playing a control-orientated character in Fist of Discomfort, yes? Plotting your moves, conserving momentum, staying firmly in charge of your own destiny. I'm not saying not to aim for the top, But don't be in such a hurry. Yeah, okay. I mean, I get it, sure. I'll get where I want to be, and you'll get your high score. It's inevitable, no matter how fast or slow. I almost point out that Percy doesn't actually have time for the slow path, but no, not bringing down the mood. I liked how Percy tried to put it into terms for Queen Bee to understand, especially bringing up FOD. That was pretty nice of him. With the neglectful funnel cake cooling off, the three of us focus on putting away our sugary reward after that. We're each walking different paths, but I can't say any of us are willing to settle for anything less than our dreams in the long run. Who to hang out with? Gavin and Ashley are checking out an arcade. Naomi and Teo are raiding a candy store. I work in candy, so no. We're gonna go see what Gavin and Ashley are doing. The primary appeal of this place for me was always the arcades. I rarely swam in the ocean. I preferred indoor swimming pools to unpredictable waves. That meant boardwalk crawls, arcade games, tokens, and joysticks. Although, as I approach one of these open-air arcades, well, I don't see a single joystick.
Impressive.
Interesting. I'd hazard these arcades are 100% redemption games. I suppose it's for the best. Naomi's distracted by looking for saltwater taffy. She hates this place. I've noticed this industry trend away from anything vaguely resembling a traditional arcade game and towards touchscreens and prize tickets. I suppose it was inevitable. If not for a strong showing for joysticks through the 80s and 90s, it would have happened sooner. A game's a game, you know. I can enjoy just about anything. Oh, and hey, there's pinball. You like pinball, right, Gavin? Ooh, and skee ball. I love alley rollers. Huh? Technically, skee ball trademark, depending on spelling and hyphenation. It's a registered trademark. These are simply alley rollers, manufactured by a different company. Sheesh, way to suck the fun out of it. Apologies for my innate killjoy nature. Allow me to make it up to you by actually having some fun. Is that even possible? Will your ultra cool guy exterior allow your inner softie to be exposed? If you'll let me finish. How about a alley roller contest? Each of us gets 5 tokens to score, and most points whoever loses buys the other ice cream. Now we're talking. Hey Namara, wanna join in? Make this a 3-way dance? Maybe all the joysticks are gone, but I'm certainly a long-time skee ball trademark fanatic. I'd likely clean the floor with these two, still. I'm a skee ball wizard, I got this. May the odds be in your favor. Ice cream, I'm in. May the odds be ever in your favor. In all fairness, I'm something of a skee ball trademark master. Still, may the odds be ever in your favor, and may the best player win. Which will be me, of course. Ooh, Gavin, a boast. That's rare. It's not a boast. It's a fact. Our coins rattled into the slots, tinkling along the metal chute. 5 tokens. Highest cumulative score wins. I suppose if it's 3 players, the 2 losers split the cost of the ice cream. I remember playing tons of alley rollers back when I was a kid, roaming up and down the boardwalk of Flosam Beach. Like riding a bike, those are physical skills you never really forget. My grip on the gnarly old wooden ball feels completely natural even now. We drop in our tokens and the line up of our first throws. It takes a few rolls for me to find my sweet spot. But eventually, I'm right where I need to be in the score, which unfortunately can't be said of my coworkers. Oh, come on, I totally should have landed that hundo. These machines are a bit beat up from exposure and play. I wouldn't be surprised if they're unbalanced. Or they're rigged, like those Carney games Teo and Percy were playing earlier. But they aren't. I'm hitting my shots, no problem. I could whisper some advice to one of them. Maybe give them an edge. It's cheating, sure, but we're all getting ice cream in the end. Who cares? Gavin, Ashley. Nah, it's all me. What am I thinking? This is my turf. I must defend it with my every life. I aim squarely down the middle, avoiding the trap of trying for the big points pots. Consistency is key. You want to rack up points, not risk missing and getting nothing. Soon enough, I'm pushing well past the others by a wide margin. And in the final scores, I've triumphed. Aw, butts, I didn't even come close. Nor I. Well, fair is fair, Nomura. We'll pay for your ice cream.
Indeed.
Woohoo! Most importantly, we had fun. Arcades are meant to be places where friends can gather and have fun playing with each other, beachside or in a shopping plaza, with or without joysticks. That's our goal. Let's take back a lesson today that we should always endeavor to provide fun first and foremost, whatever shape it takes. That is our mission. Still find a way to turn this into a working vacation, huh? But an enjoyable one. We grab ice cream cones from the vendor on the boardwalk, swapping work stories, laughing and having a blast. This is probably the happiest I've seen Gavin. At work, he's all business, but here he can crack a smile, even as he analyzing arcades. And Ashley just exudes sunshine and cheer everywhere she goes. She's a good influence on him, clearly. But time's ticking, and I've got other stops to make. It feels good being out and about with everyone, away from the funplex, away from work, just friends having a great time in a place designed for great times. With our newfound success, I hope we can do this more often. Hooray! Oh boy, it's nighttime. The rest of the afternoon passes in a blur. Soon the sun has gone down and Flat Sand Beach is a calmer place, a more chill vibe as the day manic energy is long since spent. It's also clear the group will be breaking up soon. They've already changed back to their regular clothes, done with the beach as a whole. Some are talking about checking out the nightlife scene around here. Some just want to relax in their hotel rooms. Some are simply heading back to the city, leaving me alone for a moment with my thoughts. It's been a wonderful day, definitely. There's only one thing that could improve it, a risk, a daydream, but maybe one worth taking. I happen to know a few things about dreams lately. Beep beep, Nomura. Yeah, I know. You want me to ask someone on a date? Only if you want to. I know I was kind of pushy earlier, I'm sorry, but if you want this, now is the moment. Everything in my calculations say that it's the perfect time. I've got a lot going on for me, but maybe something's still missing, something more than I need from life than the warmth of friendship alone. More importantly, maybe one of them feels the same way. Maybe they feel the same yearning. Romance, love, I'm no stranger to these things, but those were fumbling fist attempts. In youth, I could fumble again. Am I ready for this? I'm still considering. How about I run down the data while you're thinking? Let's see. Oh boy. Okay, after my analysis, here's where you stand with everybody and how your personality is shaping up. But now that I've had weeks to understand you better, I think I can adjust these values based on what I know each of them likes in a partner. Naomi has a kind heart, and so do you. That's a plus. Gavin is honest and direct, but his bluntness hides a kind heart, and you're both kindly and steadily, so that's great. Ashley is an open book, ready to share with anyone since she's very sincere. You're both steady. Percy Hart is wide open to the world, as in your own, you're both very kindly. Teo is quite level-headed and responsible. Despite his smirking charm, you're steady as well. And that's everybody in my final analysis. I think you are the best possible match for Queen Bee, Ashley, and Gavin. All three would make a fine companion for you, Nomura. Queen Bee, Ashley, and Gavin all get along well with you and match your personality. So, Queen Bee, Ashley, and Gavin. Yes, I calculate you'll have the best probability of success with them. Numbers, all based on numbers. High score. This feels weird and mechanical. Not sure I like it. What if they're just not into people like me? Yeah, okay, let's just run with this. I've come this far. But yeah, what if they're just not into people like me? Maybe I'm overthinking this given we get along great already. But what if I ask them out and it turns out they're not into people like me? Sexuality hasn't exactly popped up in casual conversations yet with anyone. Nomura, have a little more faith in me than that. I wouldn't suggest anyone if their compass wasn't pointed in your direction. Don't worry, my analysis is sound. Well, at least I won't have that awkward moment then, just the awkwardness of approaching someone based on a numeric score. Iris lets out a little digital sigh. I don't think you're looking at this score thing the right way, Nomura.
Right? I have to see the world through numbers. I see relationships as numbers. I see your vocal tones as numbers. And I score it all. But the math is less important than the meaning. I see a number. But that number represents your free will and your heart. You chose to spend time with them. You shared good times with smiles and laughter, and sometimes even tears. This isn't like a dating website. You aren't asking a total stranger out just because the numbers match. You need to switch the causal relationship around.
I need to ask for a casual relationship.
Causal, as in the cause of. You aren't spending time with them because of the numbers. The numbers exist because you wanted to spend time with them. You've been building these relationships for months. Now, you can take one to the next level. The numbers can be your guide if you let them. But follow your heart. Above all else, follow your heart. Okay?
Okay,
Right.
got it.
So let's not limit ourselves here. Of all those who are special to you, which one do you want to share your heart with?
Oh boy. It's a big decision. Yeah, it is. Oh no. I'm scared. But she's right. She's been watching me, listening to me, understanding me. But in the end, it's my choice, and their choice to accept my love or not. But which one do I love? Which one should I approach? Naomi, Gavin, Ashley, Percy, Queen Bee, Teo, nobody. Why couldn't Juniper be one of the options? Like, I think we're gonna go with Queen Bee though, since we've connected with her the most. And since like she's a streamer and I am streaming this right now, so it works hand in hand. I think out of all of them, she's been the most vulnerable and emotional one too, so we'll go with Queen Bee. Queen Bee. Just saying her name fills me with excitement. A romance with Queen Bee would be a whirlwind of passion. Her assertive nature and her sassy flair really energize me. I want to be the person who Queen Bee looks to, by her side, cheering her into victory, comforting her when defeated. I'm ready to sign on the dotted line for Queen Bee's contract of love. Okay, we just got too cheesy. I like your enthusiasm, Nomura. I know that if you're true to yourself, everything will work out for the best. At least that's what I've learned from all your human love stories. Note to self, see if anybody written some good fine app love stories. Thanks, Iris. I'm about to go, hopefully, succeed at my own human love story. Wish me luck. Iris waves bye to me as she shuts herself off, leaving me alone with my thoughts. The thrill of getting to ask Queen Bee on a date took over, and I could feel myself start to get nervous. She's a local and internet celeb, way out of my league. What if I'm not cool enough? Last time I checked, I was lukewarm at best on the cool scale. There is no way I'm anywhere as popular, attractive, intelligent, magnificent, perfect. And as I struggle with the thought of how unsuitable I am, the gaming goddess herself approaches me out of nowhere. Oh, she actually did change her jacket. That's cool. What the heck does her jacket even say? With a frown, she pockets her phone, then shakes her door mood free as she turns to face me. Uh-oh. Oh, hey, Queen Bee. What a pleasant surprise to see you here, standing next to me on the boardwalk, being all normal like. Ugh, why do we have to freak out like that? Calm down. Yeah, that tends to happen when you and all your friends go on holiday
Anyway,
together.
I'm getting straight to the point because I don't like beating around the bush, and I'm not a fan of sappy, fluffy bull. Just blunt honesty.
Oh boy. What did I do?
Do you want to join me on a date tonight?
Oh, she's the one asking. God damn. I didn't know she said she was gonna walk the boardwalk today, but I thought we would have to ask her, not the other way around. Then again, I could see her taking charge of a relationship for sure. But I'm still surprised that she, like, asked first. I instantly blushed from head to toe. Here I thought I was going to have to muster up enough to bravely to ask Queen Bee out, and bam, she intercepts and asks me herself. Exactly. Like, it was just so out of the
Don't get too
blue.
excited there, kid. I was gonna go out with some friends of mine who live nearby, do an evening meetup in Flotsam, but
Oh boy. Okay, never mind, we were second option. Queen Bee looks away, frowning
well,
at the ground.
they bailed on me. Hardcore lame-ass style. We'd arranged everything a few days in advance, and now they aren't even returning my text.
Oof, that must
I
suck
swear,
too.
if those ladies aren't literally on fire, or saving orphans from a building that is literally on fire, I'm having some harsh words with them later.
Oof, okay, who'll be there to
Long and
watch?
short of it is, nobody wants to just go out and have some fun. And I need cheering up. Pronto. Cheer me up, okay?
Okay, ma'am. I'm sorry, Queen Bee, that really sucks. But you know what? What? Frick them. Replace your friends with fictional characters. Sure, I'll go with you. Nah, frick them. No one should ever deny a Queen Bee what she wants. Do they not understand how amazing she is? You don't deserve this. Frickin' that. You know what? They don't deserve you. Wow, you're cute when you're pretty, petty, and vindictive kid.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. But hey, you're right. Frick 'em if they don't want to hit the town with me and have a good time. I'd rather do that with you anyway. I mean, do they not know who you are? You're the Queen Bee. They should be honored that you even chose to grace them with your presence. Ha! If only it's that easy. My non-gamer friends don't feel the same way as the rest of the FOD scene. Non-gamer friends? Does not compute. Freaking right? It's so hard to find people these days that don't play games, but let me tell you, they do exist. Case in point, my two best lady friends. We've been friends since we were little tiny babies. Our mothers were all friends, so when we were born, we all became friends by proxy. I grew up with both of these ladies. We've shared so much together over the years. We still all go on mother-daughter outings occasionally.
It's complicated.
But compared to them, I've always been the weird one, the loser, if you will. Both of them have successful career paths. One's a teacher, the other's a psychologist. Heck, they've had kids already. And what do I have to show? I play arcade games for a living. I bet they think I'm wasting my time and energy. That's probably why those friends ditched me tonight. I'm so freaking unaccomplished. Hey, that's not being fair to yourself, Queen Bee. You're the one of the 4 Heavenly Knight Kings, or Heavenly Kings now. Did you forget? That's like the most accomplished thing I could think of. Except if you made Fist of Discomfort itself, then just maybe you'd be more accomplished. You know how to make a woman feel
Anyway,
special.
I'm done being sad about this. I refuse to let a little trifle like this get me down any further. So let's go out and have a great time.
Okay. Agreed. Let's go. Wait, where exactly are we going? To Somewhere fancy as frig. I'm a classy ass lady, and I have classy ass needs. First off, drinks and food. Second, dancing. Third, a romantic stroll on the beach. Okay, I could get down with that. You come up strong, but deep inside, you just want to be taken care of, like any other lady does. That all sounds perfect, actually. I just don't know of any classy ass places here in Flotsam. Since we were more of a burgers family than a filet mignon family, wherever we came to the beach, we stayed mostly to the cheap eats. Lots of diners, dives in, and hot dog stands. I couldn't tell you what kind of fancy places exist here, if any. As I try to pick my brain of somewhere befitting of Queen Bee's taste, she takes the initiative once again. She pulls out her phone and starts looking up the local eateries. Not a lot of good choices in this beach city. Yeah, Flotsam isn't exactly Monte Carlo. Okay, let's see what I can dig up. Ew. No. Nope. Totally yuck. Gross. Oh,
Not bad.
here's one. 4 out of 5 stars. Cozy, trendy cocktail bar and diner with a sea-inspired small bites. This place looks hella cute. We are so going to Lagoon. Oh boy. Are we gonna get dressed up? Next thing I know, we're there. I had no idea this place even existed, but apparently it's a hit with locals and tourists alike, and it's exactly how they describe themselves. The tables are illuminated by dimly lit candles, really making it intimate and adding to the cozy atmosphere. This is almost too trendy for my taste. I really haven't been to anywhere this hip. In fact, I'm pretty sure the swankiest place I've eaten is at the Whole Story. Even the way everyone is dressed in here, so fashion forward, retros 50 style, without being hipster. Queen Bee fits right in with this bunch. She's always styled to perfection. On the other hand, I looked down at my hoodie and let out an exasperated sigh. Don't worry about it, kid. You look fine. It's not exactly black tie. We'll be too busy paying attention to each other anyways, for you to concern yourself over the trivial manners. Queen Bee locks arms with me and smiles. Look at us, a couple of hotties, out for the night on the town. We should immortalize this with a selfie. Oh, Queen Bee pulls out her phone, holding it up high to get that perfect angle and snaps our picture. Oh, that's frickin' precious. Look. She passes her phone to me and surprisingly, it's a great photo. And I don't look half bad either. You cool if I post this on my social feed? The beehives love to know what I'm up to. That's what I call my followers. Cute name, right? That actually really is a cute name. That's cool. Only if you tag me in it. I'm not ready to be internet famous yet. Sure, if that's what you want. Nah. Tag me. What better than a cute picture of me and Queen Bee? A picture of me and Queen Bee getting posted to the world. It's almost like we're a real couple doing couple things. Go for it. Oh, and tag me so I can share it with my own hive too. Don't you only have like 10 followers and 6 of them are all the regs from Funplex? Yeah, but I really want to make sure Francine knows. She'll be happy to know you're in good hands. You do realize you're probably going to get several hundred followers from this, right? I did have some indication that this would happen, yes, but I'm not going to worry about my sudden jump in popularity. I won't be buying a solid gold mansion or anything. Going out and enjoying this moment with you is the only thing on my mind. You're making me blush, kid. And posted. I already silenced my phone, so if I suddenly go viral, it won't interrupt us. Although poor Iris may get slammed by notifications. After a short wait, we are brought to our table. We sit down and menus are handed to us. I'm impressed that even the menus are super hip, down to the sophisticated font choice. Note to self, tell Juniper about the Lagoon's menu. So, what cocktail are you going to order? All of them sound divine, and I'm having a hard time choosing. My eyes skim the menu, looking at the alcoholic choices. Funnily enough, they are all named after boats. There's the Catamaran, a citrusy grapefruit tequila liberation, the Banana Bow, a rum and banana syrup concoction, the Bow Rider, a rosemary-infused vermouth beverage, the Caravel, a flowery bubbly gin drink, or the Lifeboat, a non-alcoholic coconut lavender lemonade. It's a tough choice indeed, but I think the one that quenched my thirst is... Ugh. Let's see. We'll go with the Lifeboat. A non-alcoholic cocktail suits me just fine right now. I don't need to feel tipsy when I'm already tipsy on life. The Lifeboat, it's a perfect reflection of our evening. It sounds pretty freaking delicious. Just then, one of the waitstaff passes by and Queen Bee gets their attention. May we have 2 lifeboats, please? As we wait for our drinks, I take notice of Queen Bee sitting across from me. The faint candlelit makes Queen Bee's skin glow and her eyes shine fiercely. I can't help but stare at her beauty. At least she has nice table manners. Like, that's one thing. It's like, on a date, is like, does your partner have nice table manners? Because if they don't, then it's kind of just like one red flag to look at. You are absolutely gorgeous. Oh shit, did we really just say that to her? The words fall uncontrollably from my mouth. Are you sure you didn't have a drink already without me? Oh, I'm sorry, It's totally fine, Nomura. You are quite attractive yourself. Oh my. Honestly, I'm quite smitten with you. Damn, that took a turn real quick. I am in complete shock. Words can't form in my mouth. I feel dizzy and my heart is pounding so hard I think it could just collapse at any second. This is what being in shock is like, right? Thankfully, our drinks are served to us. Cutting a knife into my awkward silence, I quickly cut my hands around the glass and take a huge drink. Queen Bee laughs. Slow down there, Nomura. I'd like to still talk to you before you get a brain freeze so bad it puts you in a coma. It takes me a second to realize, but Queen Bee stopped calling me kid. I've leveled up from kid to my actual name, huh? What have I done to deserve this upgrade? I figured since we're on a date and I really do respect you, I owe that to you, kid. Kid might slip out every now and then due to habit, but it's Nomura from here on out. You've earned it. It's beautiful how Queen Bee speaks my name as if she's learning it for the first time. A fire sparks deep inside me, and I feel tingles across my skin. Aw, how nice. We've been upgraded from kid to person with name. I feel important, proud, a cut above the rest of the FODers. However, there is still something I yearn to know about Queen Bee, and I've been curious since we first met. Are we gonna actually ask what her real name is? A name for a name. Okay, I thought so. So you've got my name now. Yeah, what about it? When do I get to find out yours? Queen Bee is my name. I am Queen Bee. You know what I mean. But I hate my name. Okay, I won't make you. I understand some secrets are meant to just stay that secret. It's fine. When you give me that sad puppy dog eyes, you force my hand. But if you tell anyone, and I mean anyone, you will have a very angry bee buzzing around you. Oh, that's a little cute. My lips are mum. What? I just realized there's a penguin in a chef's coat in the back. Penguin there, baby. Queen Bee lets out an exasperated sigh. It's Tanvi. Tanvi. Frickin' Khan. But that's such a beautiful name. Why do you hate it? It's such an old-fashioned name and no one can ever pronounce it correctly. Well, they pronounced my family name, but they invariably do it like William Shatner in some frickin' way. Stupid attempt to charm me. Queen Bee is just easier. People can't frick it up. Queen Bee. I can understand why you chose to go by Queen Bee. It's not fun having a name no one can relate to. Plenty can understand the reference of Queen Bee. But I really do like your real name too. If you like, I can refer to you by your real name instead of your gaming handle. Oh, that's very sweet of you, Nomura. Okay. You could call me Tanvi or Queen Bee. Either way, works fine for me. I'll respond to both. Both names fit her so well, but for me, one name rings true. Tanvi, Queen Bee. Are we really gonna start calling her Queen Bee now? Or Tanvi now? Tanvi? 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 It's already... No. Teo, everyone has a letter already to their name, so I'm gonna just stick with Queen Bee. Queen Bee is how I've always known her, and that's who I've fallen for. It seems weird to change it now. Queen Bee. I'm going to continue calling you Queen Bee. When you say it, I'm proud to be Queen Bee. I like it much better than when others call me by my handle.
Hey.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you for not making fun of my name. I would never. I really adore you, Queen Bee, and I wouldn't poke fun at something that you care a ton about. You are the frickin' best. But look at our drinks. We need a round two. Queen Bee is always quick to change the subject when things start to get too heavy, but still I gaze down into my glass, and it's in fact empty. A second round is indeed in order, and maybe some food to go with? Yes, let's take a look at the menu. She takes a second to scan it. We should start with a round of oysters. I love eating these gooey little mollusks, so freaking delicious. I eat mussels, cooked, but oysters I have never eaten. They don't look that appetizing to me. You do know they are an aphrodisiac, don't you? Oh my, ma'am, what are you implying to do? I respond with my face turning deeply red and hiding it deep in the fold of the menu. Queen Bee laughs wildly and continues reading the menu, ignoring my embarrassment. We ended up ordering several small plates of some of the fanciest dishes I could even imagine. Buttered scallops on a bed of mashed parsnips, crab dumplings, roasted Brussels sprouts with bacon shavings, and lobster ravioli in a creamy butter sauce. You know what? I like me some good seafood, so at least that's one thing me and Queen Bee have in common. I can't eat all seafood, but I eat the majority of it, and scallops are pretty freaking good. My mouth never tasted an explosion of such decadence, and my stomach was filled to the brim with savory and succulent food. The conversation stuck mostly to the beach adventures of present and past, and before long, the check came and went. It's official. I'm stuffed. Round one complete. Next up, we gotta dance off all these calories. The dance club is right at the end of the boardwalk, a stone away from the beach. How frickin' romantic. Right, I remember that being the main attraction for the night. Oh, I think you will hold that title by the end of the night, Nora. Whoa! Damn, Queen Bee's smooth. Is it getting hot in here all of a sudden? I'm not sure how much more I can take. Queen Bee is making it very hard to concentrate on anything but intense feelings for her right now. She just smiles wickedly at me, knowing exactly what she's doing. I'm gladly a pawn in Queen Bee's game. Okay, yeah, you're right. Maybe we should go out dancing. Now. Right now. Damn, now we even need to start busting the moves. We need to step our game up. We called a taxi to get back to the boardwalk, and upon arrival, the dance hall is already bumping. People are standing around outside, roped off in a queue. Everyone is wearing their best dancing attire, high heels, form-fitting dresses, button-up shirts, and a fancy slacks. Before we go in, I could already hear the ons of the music.
Not bad.
I'm actually impressed. The nightlife here in Flotsam isn't half bad. You chose a good little beach town, Nomura. One of my favorite local DJs is playing here tonight. DJ Jazzy J. She's got the hottest beats back in the city. How lucky is it that she followed us out here? Extremely lucky. I honestly know nothing of the nightlight here, nor back at home. Clubs aren't really much my scene, but I'm willing to try anything to spend more time with Queen Bee. You're so cute when you're out of your element. Let's get to it. She locks her arm around mine, and I can feel my core temperature raise. I think I'm ready to face the dungeon of sweaty, beautiful people, but there is one slight problem. How long do you think this line will take? Oh, my sweet innocent Nomura, I don't wait in lines. Rule number 1 of life, nothing is worth waiting for. Take the initiative. You just go out there and do it. But we can't just cut the line. That's illegal. We'll be thrown in dance jail. Don't think of it as cutting so much as advancing our own position. One more thing. What is it? I need you to muster all the confidence you have and look determined as heck. You belong here. You deserve this. Like this? I put on my best steadfast face and fill my mind with nothing but resolute thought. I belong here. I deserve this. Simple and utter perfection. Queen Bee leans in and kisses me on the cheek. Whoa. Whoa, things are getting quick. Her lips are delicate yet compelling. Part of me wants to feel her kisses all over my body, right here and now. Damn, this is this is getting intense already. With a newly inspired confidence, Queen Bee leads me to the front of the queue. We approach the bouncer, the noble guardian of the club, the fabled checker of IDs. He lifts a hand up to us and we stop. Queen Bee simply holds out her card, smiling fiercely. We're with Jazz. I can't help myself, but I'm holding my breath in anticipation. The bouncer checks the ID, looks Queen Bee over, and then back at the ID, scrutinizing it with a grimace. It feels like forever, and I'm sure we're just going to get got. We'll be the laughing stock of the club with everyone laugh at us while we trek away tears in our eyes. Shockingly, he gives up a gruff humph and waves us in. Nice. I wait until we are both a good distance inside the building before I let myself show my true emotions. I can't believe, how did we, I'm shouting over the booming ounce. It's pretty loud in here, but I think Queen Bee can hear me. She laughs accordingly. Relax, Nomura, don't ask. Just accept how frickin' awesome we are. I nod dumbfoundedly. Before we get to dancing, let's get another drink. I look over at the bar area and there is a big crowd. All those people vying for the attention of a barkeep, but most failing. Queen Bee pushes her way to the front of the mass of the people. Easy locks eyes with the bartender. With a few motions of her hand and words, she surprisingly is headed back to me with a couple of drinks. I just got us their house cocktail. It was the easiest thing. I take the drink from her and we find a place in the far corner of the club. It's out of the way of most of the people and it's significantly more quiet over there. I take a sip of the cocktail. It's tasty, not what I expected. Well, I don't actually know what I was expecting, but it's good. Queen Bee and I continue to take sips of our drinks and exchange provocative glances. We are a mess of smiles, giggles, and look away sheepishly. The music and the crowd are still too loud for us to properly have a conversation, but we don't need words to communicate. Queen Bee smirks at me as she scoots in closer to me. She rubs her leg against my own. Poof. Delicately, she places a hand on my shoulder and leans over, talking in my ear. So, how are you holding up, Nomura? You don't look overly traumatized. This is certainly one of the more exciting nights in recent history. Taking it all in, I'm feeling. Oh boy. Okay, let the slow music commence and everything just feels like it's stopping time, huh? I'm feeling great. I'm ready to hit the dance floor. Not good. I'm in way over my head. Not bad. I'm taking it one step at a time. Nah, we're gonna hit the dance floor. This is fantastic. I'm loving the party atmosphere and digging the tunes. The liquor's hitting me just right, and I'm ready to strut my stuff on the dance floor with Queen Bee. I'm so ready to get my dance on. Would you like to join me? You freaking know it, but I'm waiting for the right song with the right beat to really go all out on the dance floor. As if on cue, Queen Bee crooks her head, catching the beat she's been waiting for. She jumps out of her seat, grabs a hold of my wrist, and she leads me deep into the dancing crowd. People are jumping up and down, gyrating their hips, shaking one's booty. Queen Bee forces her way through several people, not even taking the time to notice us squeezing through, too entranced by the music. Whoa. But soon the crowd noise falls away. My focus is entirely on Queen Bee, the beat, and the swing of her hips. Once we make it into the inner circle of the crowd, we find a place on the floor that's not shoulder to shoulder. Feeling the electrifying energy, we dance without hesitation. Ooh, it's about to get too spicy in here. I may not know all the current club moves, but I don't let that stop me. Both Queen Bee and I are laughing and smiling and moving our bodies. As a particularly sick beat drop, Queen Bee and I lock eyes. She sways closer to me, swinging her hips alluringly. She closes in the distance between us, our bodies touching, rubbing up against one another. What in tarnation? You're trying to make it very detailed without trying to make it very detailed. Outstretching her arms to the sky, she twirls her arms to the beat, and I respond with bobbing my shoulders. Our eyes contact doesn't break, and it's powerfully intense. I'm drawn in, and it's hard to let go. Eventually, the music stops. It's time for DJ Jazzy J to take her break. I'm sweaty and sticky and smiling all the fun we've had. Queen Bee winks at me. Would you like to go somewhere more secluded? Shall we take this outside? Are we gonna dance outside now too? Oh boy. I like that very much. Uh-oh. I'm scared. Oh wow, nice ocean view. We wave goodbye and good riddance to the loud music and the party lifestyle. What greets us in the serene sound of the ocean, the soft cry of the waves clashing atop the sand, the delicate song of the breeze as it gently nips at our skin, the silence of the stars. Queen Bee clings onto my arm and we walk along the shore. For several minutes, we say nothing, step by step, just enjoying the quietness of each other. We walk off the tipsiness from the drinks, the beat bops of the club, the ache in our muscles from the day. We disregard it all in this moment. It's me and Queen Bee. I wouldn't have it any other way. Queen Bee leans gently onto me and lays her head against my shoulder. Namora, ever since I've known you, you've treated me with respect. Of course I respect you, Queen Bee. I mean, like, you treat me with, like, an actual frickin' real person. So many people treat me as if I'm some celebrity and just try to woo me for their own pride. Others just blatantly troll me because I'm a woman. I just want to be treated, well, like most people want to be treated. And you do, Namora. So thank you. Once again, I can feel my heart quicken and my cheeks flush. The mood is perfect, and I just want to be even closer to Queen Bee. I turn to face her, taking her hands in mine, our fingers intertwine, and I look in her eyes. Oh boy, you are the best, Queen Bee. Queen Bee blushes and looks away hesitantly. I mean it. You truly are a queen among the rest. She looks back at me with a wild look in her eyes and a smirk on her lips. I can read her body language and it's contagious. No words are needed to convey our desire as we both dive in. Why are they diving in? Are we headbutting each other? Queen Bee grabs at my clothes and pulls me in close. Finally, our lip. Oh my god, it's getting too intense. I can't talk. Finally, our lips meet. Pent up passion from months of wanting and waiting. My arms glide down her back as I embrace her, longing to feel her body up next to mine. Oh my gosh. Our kisses are a mix of delicate touches and forceful caresses, our lips only parting to make intense eye contact before deliving right back in. Our carnality is fierce, nothing keeping us apart. I litter kisses along her collarbone as I squeeze her hips. She nips on my neck, her hands grasping desperately on my back. This is becoming an intense makeout session. And we're just having our first date. I take it that Queen Bee does more on her first dates. Each of us take turns leading the other in thirsty display of affection. My mind is a blur, and all I can think of is the wonderful woman in front of me. It's heating up, but in a turn of events, Queen Bee slows it down with a deliciously long kiss. Our lips linger until finally she parts from me, letting a heavy sigh fall from her mouth. Can I ask you something important? Of course. Can we just stay like this? What do you mean? Like stuck in this position forever? I'm sure eventually I would need to use my arm again. It helps me do things like write, cook, gaming. Bruh. why would... That is such a lame line to say. Like, okay. Queen Bee laughs slightly. I mean, metaphysically, here in our current situation, like, we obviously are attracted to each other, but I'm not ready to jump into a typical relationship role of being partners. Oof. That's crazy. That was so... Damn. That's not exactly what I was expecting Queen Bee to ask me, and frankly, I'm not quite sure how to take it. I was really hoping for more. We can stay exactly like this. I'm not sure I still understand. Yeah, this is a bit confusing. Man, we just made out for a while. We just went on a full-length date. What more or what less do you want from what we have? I always thought when two people love each other very, very much, they inevitably become partners, right? This is what society has taught me. I'm not saying no, I just think I need a little more clarification on it. What does it mean to be together, yet not? Thank you for really not shutting me down. I appreciate that. Let me explain. It's not that I don't want to be together with you. I do. I cherish you and I love all the time we spent together. I'm just not ready for the label of being in a relationship or partner. I'm more in the mindset. I'm going to take it one step at a time, enjoying our time together and see how that blossoms. Oh, so is this more of a casual fling? No, not at all. I'm still dedicated to you, the only person I care for. I just want to take it slowly, have an open communication about what we are doing, and not put a label on it. Oh, she's one of those people. We have a seat by the waves, as I put my thoughts together. I was not expecting this outcome, that's for sure. Oh, okay. This is the fact that we are now being included in the scenes is a lot more nice than when we are not. I think I get it. Everything is still going to be the same. We're going at a slower pace, not going around saying so and so is my partner. Exactly. I've been hurt by too many people in the past, and right now I don't want to frickin' anything up going into this new experience with you. Pardon my ambiguity in the matter. This is just what feels right in the moment. I understand about being hurt in the past, and if this is what you need, I want to be the one by your side during this time. One quick other question. Shoot. If I'm not calling you my partner, what should I call you?
Queen, of course.
Oh boy. Queen Bee throws her head back and laughs, breaking up the seriousness of the conversation. Something tells me she's only half joking and half being serious, and I can't help but laugh along too.
Whatever feels comfortable. The person I spend my time with romantically, physically, and emotionally works. We can reevaluate things as they continue to grow, and as we continue to change.
Queen Bee smiles warmly at me, and I smile back. She's so brave to talk openly about her feelings, and it makes me appreciate this moment even more.
Where were we before I interrupted our carnal conversation with words?
Oh boy. Okay, so she wants to take things slow without putting a label on us, but she wants us to be exclusive together. at that point, I think it's just the term is being used for courtship, but dating. Because you might as well just say you're dating if you're going to be able to do all this stuff. Because it's not friends with benefits. I mean, I guess older terms would be said courting. But no one really uses the word courting, so dating. Like, we don't have to use the label, like, partners. But we could say, or we could say we're seeing someone. Like, I feel like that would be the better term, instead of just like, you don't need a label, but you should say that you are seeing someone. I rest my hand on Queen Bee's cheek and kiss her gently. Right here. She leans into me, kissing me back, and the tension beginning to mount again. And we spend the rest of the night entangled in each other's arms. And that's how Queen Bee and I found each other. I'd call our lunchtime party the high water mark. One perfect moment in time, but I was wrong. This was it. And in the difficult weeks ahead, I'd cling to that high water mark in hopes the wave would roll my way again. What? Level 5 of Arcade Spirits completed. We got an achievement under the boardwalk. Clear level 5. Hooray. Ugh. So far, you've scored over 17,250 points. You're winning friends and influencing people. Oh, and pizza fact time. 3 of the top 10 weeks of pizza consumption occur in January. More pizza is consumed during the big game week than any other week this year. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 6? Yes. Save the game. Oh, God. Okay. I'm gonna end it. End stream here. With what just happened, the night felt like it was going great. I just kind of didn't like how it ended with Queen Bee like that. Like, dang, like, our characters they were getting so into what they were doing, and then she stated that she didn't want to put a label on it. But yet we went along with it anyways. Because just for respect for her and all that. Maybe she meant to say that we were just seeing each other, but just having no labels to it. Like, that's fine, no labels to it. Like, not labeling like each other as partners is completely fine and all, but like, I don't know, the thought of like just having it as like no label to what our relationship at all seems a bit weird. I'm hoping that's not what she meant, and I'm probably just overthinking this way too much, but yeah. So we're seeing Queen Bee now exclusively, and hopefully it goes well from there. But let's see what the new prize is we got. The new prize is Moopy Early Draft. Cool. I can't select it. It won't let me select it for whatever reason. But anyways, that is going to be it for today's stream. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching. Until next time, take care and have a good one. Goodbye.